building character through yoga. That's right, melding mind and body. I am shining a light on our friends at Hanuman Homies. Here's what they're all about.
Hanuman Homies is a nonprofit that initially focuses on supporting youth, underserved youth throughout the DFW area with tools of yoga and mindfulness. So that's a character in yoga. Yoga has so many stories to it. And Hanuman is actually usually connected with the splits shape. But what he does is in a story, there's a story of him literally ripping open his chest to reveal the intentions of his heart. And so that helps us continue to take leaps of faith forward for community, for the kiddos that we get to serve. And we also try to do this with pure heart and intent to ensure that we are operating from our heart whenever we support communities around us. It tends to be yoga shapes for the younger kiddos that we get to serve. It might be woven within a story, like I'll probably tell them a story and we'll have the shapes that help us tell the story together. So we all become storytellers in the room, or it's with a book. So we have kind of like a story time stretch where we have the shapes that we get to integrate while we are weaving in literacy, which I especially love. My background is in performing arts, so I like to have that extra element of entertainment to get kids excited and that playful quality to it. I oftentimes like to be the silliest one in the room, and so it does kind of add a little bit to that, like, who is this lady? What is she doing? But also, wait, this is a lot of fun, and it also helps pull away any sense of self-consciousness that kiddos may be experiencing, and also the adults. It's just fun to kind of bring that joy into spaces. Especially with youth that is underserved or has experienced quite a lot of trauma, it may be hard for them to open their hearts to joy. It may be hard for them to open their hearts to connect with other people and to learn to trust and to love again. And so for us to be there to help try to create those constant connections and to create that sense of safety and the glimmer of hope, it's everything to witness it and to be a part of it. I was working with Sesame Street since right out of college. I toured internationally and I traveled literally across the world performing for kids. Just watching that spark, watching the kids light up at, the spectacle of it. And, we would have in one of the shows where kids would close their eyes and imagine a world. And then, the scenery would shift. And then they'd open their eyes and then they'd see this world that they got to create. And so it's just like it's magical to know, to let kids consider what a loving mind can create. What I tend to do is sit with my bubbles for a bit and just allow myself to fill up with all the things that overwhelm. So all the things from the day that just make you want to scream or cry or all those things. And then what I do is then infuse it into the bubbles. And you get to literally watch it leave your body. And what's especially lovely is that when it goes up into the sky, you can watch the wind pulling that energy away from you and up. And the cool thing about it too, adults, staff members, caretakers, you get to blow the bubbles. The kids are playing in the bubbles and it's sparking joy and you're releasing stress. The cool thing about this too is you have to extend the exhalations. So it's bubble pranayama. You have to extend the exhalations, and that already is meant to help reduce cortisol levels, which is the fight or flight response to life, the impulsivity. We have to have soft breaths. They can't be forced. They have to be slow and extended. I notice even I have to stop talking. So it's already a great encouragement to help us slow down, lengthen the breaths. And again, we get to watch that, all that's stressing us out, literally leaving our bodies and going up into the sky.
I love that exercise. I promise I have bubbles in my car as well. Our thanks to Stephanie for her time. Right now, Hanuman Homies serves schools in Oak Cliff as well as in Mesquite. They also offer programs inside shelters and in nonprofits. To support Hanuman Homies, you can check out their website, social media, or take their adult yoga class. It's starting this Sunday, 10 a.m. at Clyde Warren Park. By the way, they're also one of the nonprofits who you can support next week on North Texas Giving Day. I've linked their information for you on my Instagram stories.